All right, we'll start with Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, what was your assessment of your team's defense tonight, and is it anywhere close to where you want it to be at this stage?
That's what we just talked about. I mean, I think so much of training camp, preseason, whatever you want to call it, is finding your intensity, right? It's finding your purpose of play. And tonight was mostly individual help and pick and rolls. And there's just so much separation out there. Those are things to me that we've actually spent a lot of time on. So I think they can be corrected quickly. But I mean, I think that's for every team. It's fatigue is an issue. And like I said, guys are trying to find their way. But when a team shoots as many, rhythm spot up threes as they did tonight, then they're going to score points in this league. So those are things that, for 2 years we've been really good at, or pretty good at. And, I think we can be a lot better by Saturday.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, you kind of answered my question there, but I was just looking at the perimeter defense. Where did you see the struggles there, and how can your group improve it? Because obviously, as you said, that's an area you guys have been very good at historically.
Yeah, everything starts in this league with two things to me: controlling the ball and controlling cutters. And the controlling the ball part is, so much about the right stance, the right cushion, right? Obviously, how you use your hands. And we have some guys that are good at that weren't as good at that tonight. And then the other part of controlling the ball, obviously, is the team aspect, the help part, which I thought in the fourth quarter we were pretty good. Before that, we weren't. But I think we can work on that tomorrow right off film, hopefully, and do better by Saturday night. And then the pick and roll part is the same thing. The pick and roll part's a challenge. Even tonight on the side pick and rolls, we just weren't there. And side pick and roll defense has always been one of our great strengths. So again, we have a day to work on it. And look, it's like I told them, there were some good things tonight, actually by both groups, the second group in the first half, and then I thought the starters more in the second half. So there are things to build on. The difference is usually, preseason game number 3, you're just starting to play your guys. And this is, preseason game, number 7. So it's, I just think that as a coach, we have to evaluate everything to know where we're at. And we also have to be realistic about, how good we could have done so far, because our guys have worked hard. And that's why I feel good about how it will end up.
Philip Rossman-Rack.
Kind of building off of the pick and roll issues, are you doing anything different on pick and rolls and noticing Vooch, maybe hedging or blitzing a little bit more than he might have, less drop coverages? Is there something different with pick and roll coverage that guys are still getting used to?
Yeah, well, you know what? We blitzed a lot more after the All-Star break last year and into the bubble, and it was very good for us. It killed us in the first quarter. We're not organized behind it. We haven't spent a lot of time on it, but I just wanted to do it. And we're going to, I think it's the way to go in the NBA now. You can't just drop, and we have to be able to blitz and play our way out of it. So, I think that unless you have incredible talent, I don't think you can have just one pick and roll coverage anymore. And one of the things we have is smart guys. So we did multiple coverages in the bubble and after the All-Star break, and it worked well, and we'll continue to do that.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Steve, kind of going back to what you said about the second unit, what did you see from them when they had a chance to play with Terrence? What did you see from that unit there in the first half?
Shooting. They made a bunch of threes. Coach Massimino used to say, shooting makes up for a multitude of sins. And, they played with good effort. And to be honest, I'm not sure, what they really did is they made a bunch of threes. And I thought they had good juice, and they shot the ball well.
Christian Bruey.
Coach, with Cole, it seems as though he just has that aggressive nature to him. Is that something you just want him to continue to do when he gets out there on the court? Is it something that you hope maybe he can rein in, or how do you handle that as a coach when you get a young guy that has that kind of knack?
Yeah, well, I mean, you always want to let guys play to their strengths to me. And he's very mindful of, finding the right balance between, being on the attack and being an organizer. And I think that's something he'll get better and better at as he gets older. But, the one thing I don't want to do, I don't want him out there overthinking at this stage either. I mean, again, my thing is no summer league, no optional workouts. This guy got drafted, a month ago. And, he's going to be a big part of things. So the last thing I want him to do is overthink. He's a good player. He has a chance to be a really good player, and he does a lot of good things. And he also is very coachable, and he's already gotten a lot better. So, I want him to play aggressively, play for the team, which he does. And then, we'll learn as we go. Like I said, he's bright and he learns quickly. And again, he's one of those guys, I think a month from now, he'll be a lot better than he is now.
Back to Philip Rossman-Reich.
This is the second building that you played in since the season began, since with the kind of limited crowd or no crowd. Is there getting used to this atmosphere, or how do you think the guys are adjusting to playing in this kind of atmosphere?
You know what? To be honest with you, I didn't talk to him after Atlanta. I think that one thing, playing in the bubble, which is different too than this, obviously, but I think that I can think for all of us, man, it's just such crazy times. I think that I think they're just doing it. I don't really think there's a lot of thought there, but I am going to ask them about it in the next couple of days.
Okay, we have time for a couple more for Coach. Back to Dan Savage.
Cliff, there's obviously the urgency to get better, as well as the balance of keeping legs relatively fresh. How do you balance that over the next few days here?
Yeah, well, tomorrow will be shorter. And like whenever you do it between one games, because we'll play basically the same group again on Saturday, and it'll be teaching. I mean, we talked about this with the guys today. It's always a thing in the NBA that the teams that get better during the season are able to do it by, walkthroughs, by watching film the right way, by doing script offense, whatever it is. And our guys have always been good at that for these 2 years. So I feel comfortable with that. And tomorrow, there's 2 or 3 things, even before watching the film, that we have to address. And we'll do that. We'll do some of it by film, and we'll do some on the floor.
Okay, last question for Coach goes to Paul Castanova.
Coach, is it me, or does Markelle really look like the game's slowing down for him? Does he really look like he's getting comfortable out there?
Oh, I think for sure. I think he's very confident. I think he's in good, really good physical condition. I think he feels good, and he's much more experienced. But he's a very committed, serious player. And, guys like that continue to get better and better as they go. And he works at it every day.
Okay, thanks, Coach.